Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, on the weekly talk section. Today is January 18th, 2026. Our theme for this year is Open at the Top. The theme for this month of January has been Ancestral Wisdom and New Thought. Today, our topic is Cause and Effect in the Sweetgrass. Again, the suggested book for reading this month is Braiding Sweetgrass: Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants by Robin Wall Kimmerer. So at this time, I would like to once again welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center in Vallarta, whether you are here on the live Zoom call or watching the replay at a later time. We honor all faith traditions, so whatever path you are on, know that it is the right one for you. No matter what your background is, please know that everyone is welcome, and we value each and every one of you. Here, we teach a philosophy called the Science of Mind, a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom, where we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, and we honor diversity in all aspects. When Dr. Ernest Holmes founded this teaching in the 1920s, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of the teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. So each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message. We offer the Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. and meet in person Sundays at noon. We have found a new location in November, and there's more details on that on both our website and later in this talk. So after service, hang around with us and enjoy some great coffee and great conversation with like-minded people. So now, as we do each week, let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here each week, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. More on these can be found on our website under their own drop-down file as well. And now, as we have been continuing our tradition of reading a spiritual mind treatment from the Creative Thought magazine, today I will be reading from January 18, 2014. As you may know, spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to gently close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. There is one God, one mind, one ever-present source of all. It is good, it is love, it is joy. I individualize this one. God in me, as me, is me. The infinite mind of God fills me with the truth. I am worthy because I am God individualized. The highest good is what is revealed here and now. That which is truly good for one is good for all concerned. As I believe, it is done. What I expect is what happens. It is the Father within that does the work, revealing all the good that I desire. I am worthy of all of this. I am the beloved. The kingdom in all its goodness has already been given. I accept this truth. I expand my consciousness to include greater good. Anything I can dream of or desire is already in existence in mind. I ready myself to receive this now. I see myself joyously accepting this good. I give myself permission to dream big, and my dreams are fulfilled. I ready myself to accept an expanded consciousness of the good I desire. I accept my good. I am thankful for the expansion of my consciousness. I am grateful to the source of all. I rejoice in the fulfillment of my word here and now. I release it to law, and so it is. And that was originally submitted by licensed practitioner Melissa Blevins from Hawaii. And so now, this week, we explore the creative process and the richness of partnering with the natural world, inspired by the indigenous wisdom of the Potawatomi people, as well as Chapter 4 of the Science of Mind. And I'm going to start today with the story from Braiding Sweetgrass, The Teachings of Grass. Lena, the gray-haired elder, led Robin through the meadow in a search for sweetgrass. It's our way, she said, to take only what we need. I've always been told that you never take more than half. After scattering a bit of tobacco to the ground with her thanks. You know this, she said, to always leave a gift for the plants, to ask if we might take them. It would be rude not to ask first. Only then did she stoop and pinch off a grass stem at its base, careful not to disturb the roots. The most important thing was to remember what Lena's grandmother had always told her. If we use a plant respectfully, it will stay with us and flourish. If we ignore it, it will go away. If we don't give it respect, it will leave us. Lena said, this place always gives good sweetgrass, since we tend to it right. But other places, it gets hard to find. I'm thinking they might not be picking right. Some people, they're in a hurry and they pull up the whole plant. Even the roots come up. That's not the way I was taught. Robin had been with the pickers who did that, yanking up a handful that left a little bare spot in the earth. They too made offerings of tobacco and took only half, sure that their method of picking was the correct one. They were defensive about the charges that their harvesting was depleting the sweetgrass. Robin, the professor of botany, wanted to know which method was best for the sweetgrass population, a true joining of her Potawatomi upbringing and her academic career. See, she suggested this idea to her student, Lori, for her thesis. The dean was skeptical that this could be a project of merit. Anyone knows that harvesting a plant will harm the population. You're wasting your time. And I'm afraid I don't find this whole traditional knowledge thing very convincing. Lori identified and marked off 3 strong patches of sweetgrass and carefully counted every stem. 1 patch would be harvested by pinching, 1 by pulling, and 1, the control, would be left completely alone. For 2 years, the patches were observed, and they were harvested at the appropriate times, never more than half. At the end of the experiment, Lori counted 1 last time every single stem. Her statistical analyses were all sound and thorough, but she hardly needed graphs to tell the story. From across the field, you could see the difference. Some plots gleamed shiny golden green, and some were dull and brown. The surprise was that the failing plots were not the harvested ones, as predicted, but the unharvested controls. The sweetgrass that had not been picked or disturbed in any way was choked with dead stems, while the harvested plots were thriving. Whether the sweetgrass had been pinched singly or pulled in a clump, the end result was nearly the same. It didn't seem to matter how the sweetgrass was harvested, only that it was. Laurie's findings might have been surprising to academic theologists, but they were consistent with the theory voiced by the ancestors. If we use a plant respectfully, it will stay and flourish. If we ignore it, it will go away. And so that was the story from Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. And here is a quote from Dr. Ernest Holmes. He said, "Infinite and immutable as the law is, ever present and available as it must be, the potential possibility of all human probability, it must flow through us in order to manifest for us." So according to the science of mind, the law of mind is always at work, like a mirror reflecting back whatever we are thinking and feeling. It doesn't judge or pick favorites. It just takes the impressions we give it through our thoughts and our emotions, and then shows them to us in the form of our experiences. This means our inner world is constantly shaping our outer world, whether we realize it or not. We're not just along for the ride, we're actually co-creators with the divine. And the law of mind is the mechanism of that creative process. When we become more aware and intentional about what we're thinking and feeling, we start to see real changes in our lives as well as in the world around us. It's about taking responsibility in an empowering way, knowing that we have the ability to participate in what shows up. Life isn't just happening to us. We're actually shaping it every day with our thoughts, feelings, and choices. Eric Butterworth wrote this in The Creative Life. You and God are inextricably linked in a mission of co-creation. Even as a wave is the ocean expressing as a wave, you are the allness of God expressing as you. So in the science of mind, we see humanity as a unique and beautiful expression of the divine, each of us participating in the creative process of cause and effect. Our thoughts and our beliefs press into the law of mind, which faithfully reflects them back as the circumstances of our lives. This means that our thinking has real power. What we dwell on shapes what we experience. By engaging in active spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and gratitude, we naturally begin to shift our thinking and open ourselves up to greater possibilities. Every choice we make, every thought we nurture, becomes a seed planted in the law, capable of bringing forth new experiences. When we consciously choose thoughts of peace, abundance, and love, we invite those very qualities to manifest in our world, reminding us that our lives are beautifully shaped by our inner participation with the divine. Ernest Holmes wrote this: "Work each day on your thoughts rather than concentrating on your behavior. It is your thinking that creates the feelings you have and ultimately your actions as well. Catch yourself when you verbalize thoughts that are self-defeating." So sharing the cause and effect in the sweetgrass story, we learn that the Potawatomi people, who are the indigenous people native to the shores of Lake Michigan, they also believe in co-creation with the divine. The Sweetgrass story shows how respectful, intentional action, taking only what you need, giving thanks, and tending to the earth, leads to a flourishing, while neglect or careless harvesting causes decline. This beautifully mirrors the science of mind teaching that our thoughts and actions impress upon the law of mind, which then reflects those choices back to us. When we engage in actual spiritual practice and cooperation with the natural world, we honor the divine presence in all things. The story reminds us that our choices do matter. By practicing gratitude, respect, and mindful stewardship, we participate in a sacred interdependence, co-creating a world where all life can thrive. In the Light of the Heart, Roy Bennett wrote this: instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create. So the science of mind teaches us that our creative power extends beyond our personal manifestation. We are called to respectfully partner with the natural world, recognizing our shared divinity and interconnectedness. This aligns beautifully to our Center for Spiritual Living global vision, which says, we envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life, a world where this kinship with all life prospers and connects through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. So by honoring the wisdom of the indigenous teachings and the living presence within all things, we expand our sense of community and responsibility. Together, through mindful choices and spiritual practice, we can help create a world where every being is valued and where the prosperity of one supports the flourishing of all. In The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes wrote the following: it is only as we allow the divine current to flow through us on and out that we really express life. The law of giving and receiving is definite. So, in conclusion, joining our knowledge of the creative process with the indigenous wisdom deepens our understanding of spiritual principles by emphasizing the interconnectedness of all life and our shared responsibility as co-creators. Manifesting a life that works for the individual is not enough. Indigenous teachings echo this, reminding us that respectful, reciprocal relationships with the natural world and each other are essential for individual and collective well-being. To make a significant difference, the shift in approach must be intentional. By combining active spiritual practices like affirmations and spiritual mind treatment, the indigenous values of mindfulness, gratitude, and respectfulness, we step into conscious co-creation with all of life. When we get curious and work together, the possibilities for manifesting good for all are truly infinite. This is a world that works for everyone. So take a few moments today and this week to reflect on your relationship with the living world around you and ask yourself, how aware am I of co-creating with all life? And notice the many forms of life that you encounter each day. plants, animals, people, even the land itself. And ask yourself, am I consciously co-creating with them, making choices that support the collective good of all beings? In your prayer or meditation practice, do you include every living thing? Or do you focus mostly on your own needs? Imagine what might shift if your spiritual practice extended to embrace the wholeness of life, offering blessings, gratitude, and intentions for the well-being of all. In your daily practice, try including new aspects of humanity and nature. For example, speak a prayer for the local wildlife, knowing their health and safety. And in your meditation, spend some time sending love and healing to an endangered native plant or animal in your area. And I'll leave you today with this final quote. Work each day on your thoughts rather than concentrating on your behavior. It is your thinking that creates the feelings you have and ultimately your actions as well. Catch yourself when you verbalize the thoughts that are self-defeating. And that brings us to our affirmation for the week. I am creating a world that works for every living thing. And now it's time for news and updates at our center. We are now meeting at our new location of the Living Room Bookstore and Cafe in Cinco de Diciembre. The location is updated on our website. And if you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we do offer courses via Zoom as well as in person. So contact me or check our website to find out details. There's also a survey on our website for input for upcoming courses that you would like. So please check that out so that we can plan dates for them. And if you would like a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment, please contact me so we can arrange this. If you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, as membership is renewed annually, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact me so that you can be sent the current forms. I'd also like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. And let me know if you would like to receive our weekly posts on Substack. So now it's time for mindfully giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, no matter the amount. Donations can be made using either PayPal or Tidely through our website, www.cslpv.org. And of course, we also accept currency in person. So donations are received through our website, www.cslpv.org, and you'll find the donate buttons for PayPal and Tidely on both the landing page as well as on the page where you find the weekly talks. Alternatively, you can still mail in a paper check by addressing it to CSLPV number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y8N1. And now, please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acts of compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. Tomorrow, January 19th, is Martin Luther King Day. He said, "Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." And during the less than 13 years of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s leadership of the modern American civil rights movement from December 1955 until April 4th, 1968, African Americans achieved more genuine progress toward racial equality in America than the previous 350 years prior had produced. Dr. King is widely regarded as America's preeminent advocate of nonviolence and one of the greatest nonviolent leaders in the world. History, at the age of 35, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was the youngest man to have received the Nobel Peace Prize. So today, more than ever, let's stand for peace. Hug your friends, your loved ones, and your neighbors. May peace and love be with you. Blessings to all. Namaste.